Hi guys, it's Mark from JankQuest, just bringing you a S-Force deck profile. Hope you enjoy. Starting off with 3 S-Force Rapture Maru. She's the main start of the deck. Banish 1 S-Force from hand, and then you can special summon 1 from deck. She's also got a column effect, where if one of your opponent's monsters in the same column as an S-Force monster, they cannot target that monster for attacks. Then we got 3 copies of S-Force Gravitino. This is the rotor for the deck. It's also got the best column effect as it's like a macro on field. So any monster in the same column as an S-Force monster gets banished when it leaves the field. The rotor adds you any card, so it's a monster or spell or trap. Play 1 Platina. She allows you to special summon one of your banished S-Force monsters, and she also makes your opponent's monsters in the same column as an S-Force monster lose 600 attack. We have 3 Edge Razor. Edge Razor on summon allows you to special summon 1 S-Force monster from your hand. Also has a neat column effect, stopping your opponent from summoning Link 3 or higher monsters. So stop lots of decks like Math Mech or Code Talkers and stuff like that. Play 1 S-Force Retroactive. This one's like a microcoder from hand, so you can link a way into an S-Force monster, which I'll show you later on. It also has a nice graveyard effect where you can, rather than banishing from hand for cost, you can banish it from graveyard instead. And then we have 1 S-Force Lapswell. Lapswell on summon allows you to special summon 1 S-Force from graveyard. It also is banish 1 to Raigeki the board for anything in the same column as an S-Force monster. And then the last of the S-Force monsters, we have S-Force Dog Tag. Isn't played as much, but I really like it. Whenever your opponent summons a monster while you have a S-Force monster up on the field, you can special summon this card from hand. During your main phase, it's also a Dark Root Ruler no more, so if you plonk this in the same column as, say, a Bron de Fleur, they can't use that during your main phase. Going on to non-engine, but to be fair, this is more like engine Dimension Shifter. Everyone hates this card, but I love this card. It literally fuels the whole S-Force engine because everything would prefer to be banished. So yeah, broken card. We then have 3 Parallel Exceed, nice little extender that we've recently been able to get into due to the Link 1. Yeah, it just gets you into either rank 4 XEs or into Link material, depends what you want to use it for. And then 3 Ash, not really much to explain, you know, it's Ash, hits pretty much everything, just obviously isn't that great at the moment, but hopefully it will get better as time goes on. Going on to the spells, starting off with the field spell, S-Force Bridgehead. Again, just another rotor, adds any 1 S-Force monster from deck to hand. It also has a column effect where if your opponent battles a monster in the same column, you can protect it using Bridgehead. Then we have one of S-Force Showdown. It allows you to special summon 1 S-Force monster from your hand in defense, or you can target 1 monster in your S-Force monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Next up we have Gold Sark. Gold Sark allows you to obviously banish 1 card from your deck and then add it back during your second standby phase, but likelihood is you're not going to do that if you use this card. I'm going to say because all the S-Force monsters special summon from, well, most of them special summon from banished. 1 rotor, I say you need the rotor just to be able to get access to Rapper. She is the main starter of the deck and she's also a warrior, so yeah, great card. Playing 2 talents. If you get Ash on the Rapper, it doesn't hurt as much now due to the Link 1, but this is also really nice, allowing you to draw 2 or, you know, do whatever you want. Next up we have 3 Pot of Prosperity. Don't really need the extra deck that much, so nice card to have. Allows you to dig for 6 to go into either a Floodgate or a combo piece. Entirely up to you what you want to do. And then we have 1 Terraforming to go with the Bridgehead. Everyone knows what this card does, just add a field spell. And then we're playing 2 Defisher. I don't like playing 3 because it can brick up quite a lot. The amount of times that I see 2 in hand is unbelievable. But again, it is sort of a combo piece. You do want them to be banished. There's only 1 card that you know would prefer your S-Force monsters to be in the grave. So yeah, great card for the deck. Onto the traps, we've got 3 S-Force Chase. Broken card, target face-up monsters your opponent controls up to the number of S-Force monsters, return them to the hand. Very nasty if you combo it with Gravitino, as if they leave the field while in the same column, they get banished instead. So pretty good card. Then playing the standard 3 Imperm, brings our total of hand traps if you include Shifter up to 9. Everyone knows what this card does, just a nice negate. Yeah, great card. And last of all, best card of all time. There can be only one, or TCG for short. You can only control one monster of each type. If you noticed as we went through, or most of the S-Force monsters are different types. There's a bit of clash with Cyberstorm in particular, but there's plenty of ways around it. Either tinkering with the extra deck, or just keeping the ones on the field that you deem necessary. On to extra monsters, we have the new Link one, S-Force Night Chaser. Just literally one non-link S-Force monster required, and then it's got a nice little combo effect where if you combo it with Rapper, your opponent can't attack as long as you have all columns covered. It's got a quick effect, target one S-Force monster you control, shuffle it into the deck, and then special summon one of your Banish S-Force monsters. So it partners really well with cards like Gravitino, gets you an extra search on your opponent's turn to go into dog tag, and then put more monsters on board. Great card, and as I say, allows us to play through a bit more hand traps than we were able to before. Playing one IP, everyone knows what this card does. The main uses for it are to go into Unicorn or Underworld Goddess. I say it's a great bit of utility that you can use in the deck. Then we have S-Force Justify, the Link 3 boss monster. It is a imperm on legs, and whenever it attacks you can, well, basically banish everything that it points to. 2600 means it's a little bit on the weenie side for a boss monster, but it does make up for it with that neat effect, which won me plenty of games, especially against Kashtira, because if you flip that and have this on board, they basically can't out it, so it's really good. Next up we have Nightmare Unicorn. Again, just more extra deck source. Real great card, always will be. Next up we're playing Sword Dragon, just a nice way to OTK, so you're not really using the extra deck that much, but it allows you to basically OTK under Tikaboo as well, being a dragon. There's no other dragons in the deck, so great card for the deck. And then we also play the generic way of actually OTKing people these days, is access code. So if you haven't got Tikaboo, it's fine to get into, but it is quite difficult getting into this card if you're into Tikaboo. And then the last Link monster, Underworld Goddess. Again, brilliant card, allows you to basically use one of your opponent's monsters as link material. It's nice to use after you've exhausted your traps and everything. Great backup card to go to if you need it. And then onto the XCs, we're playing a nice little Zeus package with rank 6s and rank 4s. We also have the Utopia Lightning in case we need to beat over anything pretty quickly. But yeah, it's basically just kind of like prosperity fodder really, unless you're actually pushing for that little bit extra with Zeus. Onto the side deck, playing 3 Nib, great against all the combo decks that are in the format at the moment. Yeah, everyone knows what this card does, brilliant card. Next up we have Dark Ruler No More, great card for basically destroying all the combo decks. As I say, it just allows you to play through that little bit more. It's quite weak to interruptions unless you've already established a board, so Dark Ruler just allows you to play through that little bit more. Then we got some back row hate, got 1 Dust and a 2 Storm. Why can an army put Storm to 2? I will never understand, but yeah, just absolute back row hate. Playing 3 Book of Moon, mainly for Kashtira, but to be fair, it is actually a really good card. Great bit of utility. And then lastly, playing the D barrier for you branded Andes, and also I guess Kashtira as well. Great card just for stopping those decks that go into the XCs, and especially all the broken ones that are out in the format at the moment. Another great card. Thanks for watching my deck profile. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe and comment to Jankquest channel. Appreciate it very much. Thank you.